LOZ, we gotta bring it out. Wake up the lost sheep. Yeah, hey. Bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. Bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. LOC, let's go. Bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. Bring it out. LOC, got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. We gotta wake up the sheep. My people falling asleep. We gotta show now. We put in that work and now we put the work in the streets. We trying to build up the nation. We patient. My people been facing defeat. We teach of repentance. We deep in them trenches. You know that we bring in the heat. We battling demons like every day. Waking up all the people. We set them straight. Keep our head in them scriptures. We meditate all in the truth. I can't back down and hesitate. All praise to the Most High. With it no cosign. With it keep the law. We gon' levitate. We them Jews that we won't last. With it that we won't doubt. With it for the truth. I'm a heavyweight. We live in this spiritual warfare. We all gotta gather together. We do that. Though we got the nations in warfare. We a separate nation. No explanation. My people, they need to listen. Crunch time. Yeah, time is ticking. With the truth, I'm a servant. No stop when we working. Just hoping my people can see the mission. We gotta bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. Bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out.
All of my soldiers amazing. All of my captains be leading. LOZ bringing in light. Shining on what we're achieving. Wake up the people that sleeping. Wake up that nation like coffee. Wake up and take up your cross beat. Hold up, Pastor, man, you lost me. You should be teaching at Christmas. I'm sure that you know that it's pagan. Look how we packing the prisons. Blatantly destroying our nation. Single parent home is definitely becoming our swag. Then we send our children through the same system, pledging their allegiance to slaves. Let's go. Bring that out. Bring that out. Bring that out. Bring that out. Let's go. Bring that out. Bring that out. Bring that out. Bring that out. I say them Hebrews gotta show. Bring that out. Get your knowledge on the go. Bring that out. Wisdom help the nation grow. Bring that out. Get the truth in the form of a show. Bring that out.
Yeah. LOZ. We gotta bring it out. Wake up the lost sheep. Yeah. Hey. Bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out.
All of my soldiers amazing.
We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. LOC, let's go.
All of my soldiers amazing. All of my captains be leading. LOC bringing that light. Shining on what we're achieving.
Bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. We gotta wake up the sheep. My people falling asleep. We gotta show now. We put in that work and now we put the work in the streets. We trying to build up the nation. We patient. My people been facing defeat. We teach of repentance. We deep in them trenches. You know that we bring in the heat. We battling demons like every day. Waking up all the people, we set them straight. Keep our head in them scriptures, we meditate all in the truth. I can't back down and hesitate. All praise to the Most High. With it no cosign. With it keep the law, we gon' levitate. We them Jews that we won't last. With it that we won't doubt. With it for the truth, I'm a heavyweight. We live in this spiritual warfare. We all gotta gather together. We do that, though we got them nations in warfare. We a separate nation, no explanation. My people, they need to listen. Crunch time, yeah, time is ticking. With the truth, I'm a servant. No stop when we working. Just hoping my people gon' see the mission. So we gotta bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. Bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. LOZ, let's go. Bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. Bring it out. We got the truth when we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. LOZ, let's go.
Y'all about to Yashara. Come on, man. Come on.
Let's get it. Grab the bike nice. I got stabs too.
Here's Spike J.
I got 80 on me. Got 80 on you? 80 books in the can. In the can. I got the 80 on. Got the 80 on you? 80 books in the can. In the can. I got 80 on. Got 80? 80 books in the can. In the can. 80 books in the can. 16 11. 80 books in the can. 16 11. I got 80 on. 16 11. 80 books in the can. 16 11. I got 80 on. 16 11. 80 books in the can. 16 11. 80 books in the can. In the can. 80 books in the can. In the can. 80 books in the can. In the can. 80 books in the can. I got 80 on 16 11. 80 books in the can. 16 11. 80 books in the can. In the can. 80 books in the can. In the can. I got the 80 on 16 11. 80 books in the can. 16 11. 80 books in the can. In the can. 80 books in the can. Let's get it. Go and hit the block. Let's hit it. I got 80 on. I got the 16 11. I got my soldiers with me. Y'all with me? I got my soldiers with my Akims. We come to bring this word. LOC. We come to bring deliverance. Come on, bring it to him. I got the 80 on. I got 80. 80 books in the can. In the can. Go ahead and give it to him. I'm on that. We're dropping precepts. Precepts. So we got people up. Bring it out. Taking every step. Every step. Got your hour with. Got your hour with. Your hour shopping with. Hour shopping with. When we on them streets. In them streets.
Hey,
and we got them.
I pray to y'all that one day my people see them chariots, spreading the word in them streets to my people not hearing us. I pray that we make it through the fire. This word gonna take us higher, yes I know. I pray to y'all that one day my people see them chariots, spreading the word in them streets to my people not hearing us. I pray that we make it through the fire. This word gonna take us higher, yes I know. Yeah, I've been down bad, now I know who I am, now it's time to be great. I'm on a mission trying to stay consistent, these demons can't get in the way. This is my exodus plan, trying to get next to the man. I know this world gonna keep me away from my vision, but I got these blessings at hand. Yeah. Cause we've been cursed, now it's time to break it. Babylon, yes, I'm trapped inside with these wicked demons. I've been losing patience. I had the faith of a mustard seed. Now I gotta plant it right into my garden and watch it grow into a bunch of trees. Growth and prosperity, yes, it's something that I love to see. I cannot quit. Think about the days I was inspired. I reminisce.
That's my DJ Baruch bringing out the hits.
You know,
how could I quit? Yeah, that's that Muslim war, that Flames Chariot. If you have it, you don't have that in your deck, in your Serato, in your catalog. Lotus. If it's not loaded in your catalog, I don't know what you're listening to.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. It is the Bring It Out Radio Show. The show designed to bring out all the information and going on in the nation, as well as the other nations that are about us, giving a biblical perspective of all things that's happening in our lives today. We are so happy to be here with you tonight. I think it's been 2 weeks. I don't think we were here last week. We were here last week?
It's been 2 weeks, man.
It's been 2 weeks, family.
Did you miss us?
No, I know they missed us. I listen, put a one in the chat if you act where y'all been, all right? But we back, the same usual suspects. Right, we're going to bring out the information that our people so earnestly need. It is the Bring It Out Radio Show. Shalom to everybody in early in the check-in. Make sure you share. Don't forget to like. All right, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Tell a friend to log in. Share it on your Facebook, your Instagram. Right? What's that? IG,
TikTok, MySpace.
There it is. All over, right? Make sure you share it, and get everybody in the building because we got a lot of information for you tonight. We got a banger of a show tonight, right? We're gonna bring up the anchor man early because he got the plan tonight, and we're gonna be bringing out all the current events that currently are affecting our people, giving that biblical breakdown and perspective at the same time, right? Come in and sit in with us for a while. There's a lot to talk about on the Bring It Out Radio Show. Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't come by myself. I am your Chief Minister Shalom from the Light of Zion, and I came with the sharpshooter, right? Right, the sniper, right, the archerer, right. He's doing arrows lately, right? The axe thrower, right, hitting the bullseyes, right. I got the big cap. I'm a one, Bun Lawyer, Bun Yashara in the building.
Yes, sir.
I also got the champ is here.
You know.
The champ is here. All right. They say Boombaye, right? Ali. He's in the building.
Shalom.
All right. They call him Crucial. Crucial Karash is in the building with us. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I got the engineer extraordinaire at the controls, having us crispy and clean, right? Making sure that our mic sound right. Check one. All right. We have the captain of Cole in the building. And wait, in the wings is the anchor man with the master plan. I'm a Watazar. We're going to bring him on stage shortly. But before we bring it on stage, we always like to start with the word of the Most High. We know he sets the tone. He's the beginner of our faith. Hamashiach Yahushua is the finisher of our faith. So in all things, we got to turn to the Father and give him the first word. So let's get Colossians 3 verse 17, and then I want to get that banger you just brought out in Ephesians. No, I keep saying Ephesians. In Ezra 5 and 1.
Right.
All right.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Adonai Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by him.
Right. So we give it all thanks to the Most High in the name of the Mashiach Yahushua always, for he is our ruler, right? Our king, right? Our the one. All right. So now let's get that Ezra 5. Let's get it first in the KJV, and then we're gonna break it down in the NLT.
Good.
Right.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5, verse 1.
Hey, family, make sure you get your pen, paper, pencils. These scriptures will come out tonight, right? Because we're going to be dealing with a lot of current events. Like you saw in the thumbnail, the world that we know and we got comfortable with is falling to pieces. And it was prophesied, right? So we're going to bring it out right here on the Bring It Out radio show. Go what you got.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5, verse 1.
Mhm.
Nevertheless, has coming the tokens. Behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number.
Right.
And the way of truth shall be hidden.
Come on.
And the land should be barren of faith.
Read.
But iniquity
Mhm.
shall be increased above that which now thou seest,
Mhm.
or that thou hast heard long ago.
Go ahead.
And the land that thou seest now to have root, shall thou see wasted suddenly.
Right. So the land that we see have root. What does that mean? The stable that seems to be stable. You know, America on the earth seems like it's untouchable.
Mm-hmm.
It's the biggest country by far, the most populated, has the most money, most buildings, most cities, most roads, most borders. You know, most ports. There is no other country on the earth that has what Babylon the Great, aka America KKK, right, has.
Can't forget the biggest military.
Biggest military, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Space Force, right? But in these last days, in these trying times, they have a weakness is being shown. A weakness is being shown all around the world, and the whole world is looking at it. They're looking at America like, hold on. They're not as tough as they were in the past, right? You know, the dollar is falling against every other currency, right? The wisdom has faded here, right? I mean, come on. The politics, you know, news is like comedy right now. You watching news, Capitol Hill, and you laughing more than anything else.
You see, Trump. We got Donald Trump and Joe Biden. These other countries, they probably looking like this. This is the best y'all have to offer.
I mean,
this is what y'all have to select.
That's your prime minister and that's your kingship. One Sleepy Joe and terrible Trump.
He out there giving people hush money, right?
That's the best y'all got. So yeah, we looking crazy. When I say we, was I don't speak French, right? So America is looking crazy right now. Babylon the Great is looking crazy. side. Now we read that these verses in the KJV, and some of you might be able to break it down and understand it, but I want to bring it out in the NLT, which gives us which one?
GNT.
The GNT, right? The Good News Translation.
Yes, sir.
I want to bring it out in the GNT called the Good News Translation, which kind of gives us a more practical way we speak today version of the same verses. Now we checked them diligently against the KJV, and it stands that the meaning has not changed. So let's see what the Good News Translation is saying on these very same verses.
The book of 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
But these are the signs. The time will come when all people on earth will be in grip of great confusion.
Great what?
Of great confusion.
So now we see clarity on that breakdown. There's great confusion in the land right now. You know, things that were plainly understood in this kingdom are no longer plainly understood. Right? There's certain things that was bread and butter understanding. As you go to school, you go to high school, you go to college, you get a job. Now half of the country is saying college is crap, right? College is not even sure if they want it, you know, the whole educational system is not trusted. We hear you, right? These jobs nowadays, the inflation is so crazy. The average person get a job, they can't afford to eat. They can't afford to have an apartment, right? If you're not a professional or you have your own business, you're in trouble, right? We about to all be living in the casa with about 20 of us in the one casa.
Yeah.
Right? That's how we finna get down like that.
Sound like prophecy in Isaiah, the 4th chapter.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's gonna come to pass hard body. And it's gonna rightfully so. Because that individual light mentality is gonna be the haves and the have-nots. There's gonna be a big space in between. Right? You know, there's no such thing as a thousandaire. Right? If you're not a millionaire in this kingdom, man, you are a check away or a contract away from the street.
Yeah.
I believe they have a new statistic out there that says that if you're making less than 95,000 a year, you finish.
You finish.
No.
I agree totally with that concept. Right? And they said the median income, I think, for Florida, I was just looking at this earlier today. The median income for Florida is $57,000 a year. How can you live off of $57,000 a year? You cannot live by yourself. It's just not enough money.
And rent averaging like 27, 25.
I mean, if you say 20, if 25, 20, I would say rent, yeah. It also said that the average rent was $2,500 a month. It said the average house price was $575,000.
Mm-hmm.
Could somebody do the math for me, right? How are you going to live on $52,000 a year? Just simple math tells you you are in trouble. Why? Because the systems that seem so solid and made so much sense at one time, they no longer make sense. Why? Because there's confusion going on in this land. The powers that be let it happen. They saw it happen. All the economic people sitting around in the circle making the rules and how much money they gonna print. They knew, they saw it happening, couldn't do nothing. Watch the whole thing fall apart. You think crime is bad? Crime gonna increase. What happens when people can't get it the right way?
They gonna get it the ski mask way.
Simple and plain. Yeah. They gonna get it either way, right? So if you can't get it easy, you get it through leather, right? But you're gonna get it, right? Go on with that verse. So we're looking at the GNT version of 2nd Ezra 5, 1, 2, and 3. Those 3 verses. Then I'm going to bring up the dynamic anchor man. He's waiting in the wings, and he has a lot of information for us today.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5, verse 1 in the GNT. But these are the signs. The time will come when all people on earth will be in grip of great confusion.
Mm-hmm.
The way of truth will be hidden, and no faith will be left in the land. Wickedness will increase until it has become worse than you have ever known it to be.
People for a long time believed in the church, the Christian church.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, lately they've been trying to make a comeback, but I mean, so many. I don't know how to say it. I'm just gonna say it plain. So many scumbags is preachers in these churches, right? That people they not only did they not believe in the church, but it made the people not even look at the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It made the people doubt the word of God, because the churches have taken the word of God and have given it to hustlers, pimps, unsavory people, to say the least, right? And they're holding the word of God, claiming to represent God. A lot of our people that really know the Bible, we can see the difference. But if our people, if we don't know the Bible, you know, when somebody trying to play you.
Right.
Yeah, Salakia. Recently, I just seen on social media, it was a brother that pulled out a gun on the pastor in the middle of the service. I don't know if y'all seen that.
Yeah, and if the gun ain't jammed, he would have been finished.
Yeah.
That pastor would have finished. The deacon jumped over the pews and wrestled him to the ground.
And then, not to mention, it's another pastor in New York. He got robbed in the middle of his service, and they just put a Fed case on him, right?
They put a Fed case on.
Yeah, you know the pastor. It's another pastor in New York. He come to church Gucci down, and you know he got all these. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen.
You gotta look that up. I didn't see that one. The Gucci pastor. I need to see that
Gucci
one.
pastor. They
one of them Fendi pastors.
They came through the church.
Prada pastor.
They came through the church and laid everybody down. They took the jewelry off his neck. You know, a couple years later, they put a Fed case on him.
There's a pastor right now who's, I think he's the first one to have like a first gentleman or something like that.
Oh man,
like he's a gay pastor.
I think I seen that though. They're the gay pastor.
Yeah.
So what's going on, family? Because these churches have our Bible when they shouldn't have it, but because they have our Bible, now faith is being destroyed in this land. Why? Because the only faith we can have, true faith, is in the Most High. The only book that speaks of the Most High is the Bible. So if these tricksters, wanksters, right, got our book in their hand, trying to represent this truth, trying to represent the word of God, and they're living this lifestyle, the people are losing faith. So then what? There's a rise in what they call atheism or Scientologists, and all these other thought patterns are starting to come out of the people. Why? Because they're like, well, that surely can't be the truth.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the Hebrew Israelites, right? Shout out to all the Hebrew Israelite camps throughout the world. If it wasn't for y'all, right, who would read the Bible? You're the only ones out there trying to make sense of this nonsense and saying to the people, listen, man, forget about that pastor, look at the book. Forget about that sermon, look at the book. Forget about that religion, look in the book. Right? Because if we're not out there doing it, who's going to do it? Who else is doing it?
Right.
If you don't go out there, if we don't get on these airwaves, if we don't clog the whole social media and everything, who is going to tell the people, look at the book? Right. What these people are saying is not true.
Actually,
they're lying on God. Too. Right? That's what they say now on the hip hop community, like, on God. Right? On God. On God. All right? Only thing you doing on God is lying.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? All you doing is them accusing y'all of so many things that he never said. How you have a gay pastor and a gentleman, right? Now I pronounce you husband and gentleman. Or talk about taking Jesus. What? Yo, I don't know. I know I'm frustrated. I can imagine the heavens, man. Yeah. The heavens got to be boiling right now. Like, yo, let me at them, right? Fire and brimstone would be too soft for what's going on this earth right now.
Yeah, people walking around talking about that's what Christ died for, so we could, we could love each other. We could love who we want to love. Yeah. We could eat what we want to eat.
That filthy McNasty love, right? That Atlanta wives love.
That sounds crazy. Christ died so a man.
Miami wives love.
Put his rod up another man. That sounds crazy,
right? They call it love.
We actually have the link for that.
That's right. Exactly what it is.
We actually have the link to the video of that pastor getting robbed as well. Captain should have it in his WhatsApp.
You getting robbed, getting stuck up on the pulpit. Listen.
That's it. That's what Barzal sent over to me.
I heard it in the headphones.
I like that beat. I might do. Put something on.
That's it, right?
We gonna bring it up for the family. All right. While my engineer extraordinaire is bringing that up, I want to say shalom to everybody early in the check-in. Don't worry, Anchorman, we got you coming up right now. But Don Israel, want to say shalom. All right, for checking in. First one in. Hallelujah. Shalom, King. All right, let's look at that. Oh, the big cat, Bayaf, right? He's in the building, right?
Captain Bayaf.
Captain Bayaf is in the building. All right. Dinah, Yashara is in the building. Shalom. All right. Maisha's in the building. Shalom. All right. On the check-in. All right. We have Rona, Sister Rona checking in from the ATL. Shalom, sis. What's good? Right. Share that thought is checked in. Shalom, King.
My sis right there. Sister Rona, what's going on?
Taha is in the check-in. Shalom, little sis. All right. Barazal Matazawad, front and center. And we got the big Cap Anna in the building. The humble captain is in the building. All praises.
El Shemaiwan.
El Shemaiwan. All right. I can think, okay, it's up on the screen now. Let's see how it goes down. Let's see the bishop got heist.
Yo. Whitehead has made news repeatedly this year. First in July when
the Brooklyn pastor who made headlines when he was robbed of expensive jewelry during a live stream church service has been indicted on federal charges.
Among the allegations against Lamore Whitehead, that he scammed a parishioner out of $90,000. And as CBS 2's Christina Fan reports, this isn't his first time in trouble with the law.
All right, hold on.
Seemed like that was judgment.
Come on now. He got robbed and now he's being indicted. He didn't get robbed. Somebody came back for their stuff.
Yeah.
That's not robbing. Somebody came to see him for him trying to scam for him being what do you call it? Getting a jouet on, right, on the pulpit. The man was Pastor Jouet was getting the scheme on, scamming from the pulpit. That's not a robbery. That's I'm coming to see you. I don't care where you at. On site. That's what that's called. I don't care if you got I'll give you in the middle of your sermon on site. I'm coming to see you. You got me for 90 G's. We're gonna talk about that. So I don't know if that was so much of a robbery as it somebody had he had beef.
What the conspiracy theories is going around about that. They trying to say that he had his jury insured, so he had some of his homeboys come in. Of course, it's on live. It's live, a live sermon. So he probably had his homeboys come and take the jury, and he cashed out on the insurance money. But who knows? I mean, we don't know what a wicked pastor like that. It could have been judgment. It could have been another duet, but he definitely receiving judgment with that federal case that he got.
Yeah, they said he owed somebody 90 grand, man. Scam somebody out of 90 G's.
He must have been talking nice to be able to get 90 racks off of him.
90 racks off him. Racks on racks on racks.
Yeah.
So that's what that's what he get. Playing with the Most High Word anyway. What, he had a velvet suit on? Like that thing was velvet.
That's beautiful. What is that?
Was that velvet?
a normally Bishop Lamore.
This isn't his first time in trouble with the law.
A normally flashy Bishop Lamore Whitehead was silent outside federal court as his attorney denied all fraud allegations against him. Good evening. The Brooklyn pastor, known for delivering sermons in designer suits and lavish jewels at Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries, is being accused by federal prosecutors of obtaining part of his wealth illegally.
Bishop Lamore Whitehead is not guilty of these charges. We are vigorously going to defend these accusations.
According to an unsealed indictment, Whitehead
What else,
asked
a
for
Dior
money
suit?
and other things of value from victims
Dior.
using threats
That's Dior?
and false
That's Dior.
promises. He
I
allegedly
need a
convinced
Dior
a
garment.
parishioner to invest $90,000 of
You
her
come up in,
retirement
you come
savings
up in a
with him,
spot with a Dior
but
garment,
spent
you
it
get put
all
out
on
of.
himself. He is also accused of extorting a businessman of $5,000, then convincing the victim to lend him $500,000 more and give him a stake in real estate transactions in return for favors from the city government, which Whitehead knew he could not obtain. The bishop was arrested Monday morning and pleaded not guilty in court before he was
They said
released.
he did. He did it.
Whitehead has made news repeatedly this year, first in July when masked robbers stole an estimated $1 million worth of jewelry from him during a live stream service.
Wow.
You want to come preach? You want to come preach? You want to come preach? Come on up here.
Then in September, he was briefly detained after clashing with a woman who interrupted him mid-sermon.
We feel that he is being targeted
Did he grab him by the
and he
head?
is being
Y'all
turned
see
from
that?
a
All right,
You wanna preach? Come
let's get
preach.
this guy. Let's get this guy. This guy is a prime example of what I'm talking about.
Where's her husband at?
He yoked a woman from her head off the pulpit, man.
You know she don't got no husband.
She probably do, but you know what I
probably
mean?
was him low
He
key.
in for the take.
Sermon.
Look at that.
He grabbed it right from the
That
lace
guy look
fronts.
like Diddy. Looks like Diddy. Like Diddy does it again. You sure that ain't Diddy?
Pastor Diddy.
Pastor Diddy. He said $500,000, $1 million worth. That's right. He said $1 million worth of jewelry. What are you doing wearing $1 million worth of jewelry?
Teaching a class.
Right. Teaching the Bible. Something wrong, man. But this is what we are talking about when we're going through the scriptures that what? There is so much confusion going on. How could the people sit before this man and believe this man is somebody of the Most High God?
Right.
What's on your mind? What are you thinking? You don't see a hustler. You don't see a slickster. Come on now. You don't see holiness in this man. What holiness you see this man? This man yoking a woman up and she has something to say? Let's go back to the scripture. I got to bring the anchor man up. He waiting in the wings. You know, we got a lot of information. We got to keep it sliding, keep it moving. Family, don't forget to share, share on all platforms. Make sure that everyone on YouTube knows that you're watching the Bring It Out radio show. Make sure that everyone on Instagram knows that it's the time to log in, because this is going to be a hot show, man. We came out the gate already with a pastor yoking up a lady getting murked on the stage, laid down, frisked down, right, gunpoint on the stage because of the confusion of this world. Let's finish that scripture.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5, verse 3 in the GNT.
Bring it out.
The country that you now see ruling the world will lie in ruins.
Will do what?
Will lie in ruins.
And we're going to prove all things, man. All these major powers, superpowers in the earth, they're going to be lying in ruins. They're already starting, right? There's parts of the Midwest that's under so much fire. Somebody was telling me about Australia, I think also, that the whole place is being burnt up also by what they call natural fires. What are natural fires? Fires from the Most High, right? And the Midwest is going to be no different here in America, right, Reed?
With no inhabitant or traveler there.
No inhabitant or traveler there. So we're going to bring up the anchor man with the master plan. Come on up. My man, I'm going to watch this lawyer Bun Yashara.
Shalom, shalom, kings. Definitely good to be back. Definitely good to be back. Shalom, Yashara. All praise to the Most High. Definitely.
He's coming to us via satellite, as you can see. All right.
Khan. Yeah, so definitely, Chief, I definitely want to bring out a few things I've been researching. A lot of crazy things going on. For first, I wanted to let our people know, Yasharala, know about the HR 6090, which is known as the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act. This was actually passed last week. And what the law actually does now provide, it actually provides the consideration of a definition of anti-Semitism set forth by the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance for the enforcement of federal anti-discrimination laws concerning education programs or activities and for other purposes.
Kanye said, "How could I be as anti-Semitic and I'm a Semite?"
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. I was just when you bringing this up. I think this is probably off the back of Kanye West making that statement. Being a big name out there in the world, right? To say I can't be anti-Semitic because I am Shemitic, right? Because a lot of people don't know what Semitic means. They don't know what that terminology means. So anybody could throw the label of anti-Semitic on you because you don't know what it means, right? Some people might say, well, that means you hate Jewish people.
Mhm.
No, that means you're against Shemitic people, people that are children of Shem, right? To be anti-Shemitic, right? Which is impossible for black people because we are the children of Shem.
Right.
We are the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We are the true Jew. So there's nothing that we say to Amalek or to these fake Jews that could be considered anti-Shemitic because we are Shemitic. Right? Is his statement? What's that statement on the screen?
Black people can't be anti-Semitic. We are Jew. I mean, just like calling DEF CON on.
Read that again. Right, play it again. Play it again, Sam. Rewind that from the top.
We are Jew. I mean, just like calling DEF CON on Jews, and that's like, you take back any of that sort of more extreme stuff. You know what? For all the kids that love me, all the Jewish kids that love me, I'm sorry if y'all had to hear.
He's about to go in.
You had to hear
He's about to go in.
You had to hear some grown-up conversation.
Yeah.
Right? They had to hear some grown-up conversation. But we're gonna move on. What Kanye said was correct. We cannot be anti-Semitic if we are Semitic. Right? They're using the word Semitic, but in the Hebrew, in the Bible, it's Shemitic.
Right.
Right? And Shem is referred to the three sons of Noah. Noah had three sons, right? Ham, Japheth, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Shem is what they're referring to when they talk about Shemitic. Everybody that came out of the son Shem, which is not just the black and white people, but also what? Chinese people, Korean people, Japanese people, Arab people, all came out of Shem.
East Indians.
Right? East Indian people came out of Shem. So how could we all be anti-Shemitic? How does the Edomite own Shem all of a sudden? How did he buy Shem? Did he buy the bloodline of Shem? How did he become? If anybody knows history, so many different people came out of the lineage of Shem. How he gonna call you anti-Shemitic when you come against him? Right?
They got the monopoly on it now.
Yeah, that's a perfect chart. Pull that chart up so that people can see that. Just to see how ridiculous this statement is. Look how much people came out of Shem. Right? Elam, Asher, Afrax, Lud, Aram, right? All out of Shem, coming all the way down to Abraham, right? When you get down to the bottom, this is what the names that you're going to recognize. Esau, Edom comes out of Shem, okay? Ishmael comes out of Shem. Isaac, Jacob, the Israelites come out of Shem. Moab, Ammon come out of Shem, right? So how?
When was the phrase anti-Semitic? When was that coined? Exactly.
I don't even know, man. This was just knowing his lies and tricks, right? It's more of his lies and tricks. Go ahead, Anchor Man.
Yes, so just to answer your question, Captain Courage, the term anti-Semitic came around when Israel first became a state, which if I'm not mistaken, was around 1949. That's when it was kind of coined right after World War II to kind of avoid any further Holocaust anti-Semitic violence towards them. So that's when it was coined. But
So they made it up. They made it up in 1942.
One of those whistleblower phrases, one of those dog whistles.
Exactly. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to actually show you two things. Let me share my screen. I want to show you the law itself and exactly what it actually entails for us. So let me go ahead and do this. Okay, are you guys able to see my screen?
Okay, the HR 6090.
Exactly. So this is the anti-Semitic law, and it says to provide for the consideration of a definition of anti-Semitism set forth by the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance. See, the sneaky part about them is that because they know what the word anti-Semitic really means, but
Mhm.
what the definition it says, it's set forth by the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance. Now, have any of you brothers ever heard of the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance?
We couldn't have. They just made it up.
It sure did. Exactly. So pretty much what it's saying, and then let me go ahead and stop this. And I actually went to the website to take a look at exactly what they're referring to. And again, this is for education, entertainment purposes, but Esau is the devil. So let me go ahead and bring that out. Okay, so here we are. This is for the HolocaustRemembrance.com, or also known as the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance. So, pretty much what this law would do, this law would stop anybody from calling for, aiding, or justifying the killing or harming of the Jews in the name of a radical idolatry or an extremist view of religion.
Mhm.
Okay. Then you have making Medosius or dehumanizing, demonizing, or stereotypical allegations about Jews as such, or the powers of Jews as a collective, such
Mm.
as, especially but not exclusively, the myth about a world Jewish conspiracy or of Jews controlling the media, economy, government, or other social institutions.
So basically, don't talk about us.
Exactly.
Talk about it because none of that is a myth.
Not only that, it's slander for us to talk about how powerful they are.
Exactly. And also accusing the Jews as a people of being responsible for real or imagined wrongdoing committed by a single Jewish person or group, or even for acts committed by non-Jews.
Well, they do that to us. I remember when the shooter, I believe there was a brother and a sister or something like that was shooting in New Jersey.
Mhm.
Mhm.
They scroll through the Instagram, they see one like of them liking something with
A
the
black Hebrew Israelite,
and now the Hebrew Israelite shot somebody up.
black Hebrew Israelite shooting in New. What are you talking about? These are just a brother and sister that lost their cool, right? They weren't a part of no affiliation, no school, no nothing. But the media was allowed to say black Hebrew. But you know what? These people protect themselves. One thing I gotta say about these Amalekites, right? That's what we'll call them that because they didn't say I couldn't call them Amalekites, right? So these Amalekites, one thing they do, they protect themselves against every and all aggressors. Meanwhile, they are the aggressor on so many different fronts. Right now, they're blowing the hell out of these Palestinians, right? But nobody want to talk about that.
Right.
But how dare you talk about the things that we did or maybe we didn't do? Don't talk about neither one of them.
Right, that's the part I needed some clarification on.
That's what it said.
He said the things that might be real or imaginary.
Yes,
So
real
even if
or
it's real.
imaginary. So even if they did do it, you still can't talk about it.
Exactly. Or you catching federal case charges.
Federal case charges. Brothers and sisters, we go to jail. I don't know how I can live not talking about this. I mean, I talk about this every day. Man, I don't know what to say now. I hope you got the bail for me. Go
Also,
ahead.
Chief, accusing the Jews as a people or Israel as a state, or inventing or exaggerating the Holocaust.
Oh man.
Accusing Jewish citizens of being more loyal to Israel or to the alleged priorities of Jews worldwide than to the interests of their own nations. You can't talk about that. Drawing comparisons of contemporary Israeli policy to that of the Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
And also there was another one, I'm trying to look for it. Um oh, I guess they took it out. There was one they had as well where, you can't even talk about in the New Testament how it says how the Jews killed Yahushai. You can't even talk about that as well. or else you're going to get federal chase.
Well, they didn't do that anyway. That was us. We'll take that one. He said he says y'all know the real Jews did that, so don't even put that on us. Right?
Well, they did participate as the Romans.
They participated as the Romans, yes, but they said the real Jews did that, so we don't want no part of that. That's y'all history.
So does it elaborate on what the repercussions of violating this is?
Yeah, yes, federal charges.
Federal charges.
Yeah.
So you're facing prison time.
Yeah, you're facing serious prison time for this.
Yeah, you're going to the Fed.
Yeah, you're going to the feds. And this was actually passed a couple of days ago because they're saying that actually, let me show y'all this video by everybody's favorite.
And could you imagine that they passed this law? This thing made it to legislature. People read this and said, yep, this is good. We're going to pass this law. Yep. Nobody needs to be talking about none of these Amalekites. That's what we're going to keep calling them Edomites, right? Because he didn't say I couldn't call them Edom or Esau, right? These imposters, right? You can't, who uses a good terminology for them? Umar Johnson. He calls them the untouchables.
Untouchables.
You can't talk about the untouchables, right? In any negative way, even if they did the negative thing, you still can't mention it. That's an amazing amount of power. That proves everything that we've been saying about them. That they can even get a law passed that says this proves what we've been saying about y'all, that y'all running things behind the scenes. Because that's a law that's based on ridiculousness.
Right. This is proof in itself of what we're talking about.
Exactly.
The 48ers. All right.
The untouchables strike again.
Let me show y'all this video.
Well, I don't blame them, for making these rules. Everybody's starting to wake up.
President Biden breaking days of silence after scenes like these unraveled across campuses over the Israel-Gaza war.
Breaking windows, shutting down campuses, forcing the cancellation of classes and graduations. None of this is a peaceful protest.
They won't stop at anything short of divestment. And what divestment means is any company doing business in Israel, especially with the Israeli government. So that includes companies like, Alphabet and Amazon who have deals in Israel. It includes companies like Airbnb, whose, they host homes that are in settlements in the West Bank.
Until these demands are met, we do not have any plans.
Listen to the businesses they mentioned.
Demonstrations.
Amazon, Airbnb, right? Two of the largest companies in the world is coming out of Israel. Is that a coincidence?
Nope.
They know something we don't know.
Or could they be guilty of all the things that they said don't say they did? Right?
And if I'm not mistaken, Chief, I believe Jeff Bezos is of Jewish descent, if I'm not mistaken.
He's one of the untouchables.
Yeah, the small hats.
Small hats. Okay, we can call them small hats too.
Yeah.
I like that even better than the untouchables. We'll call them small hats, right?
Yeah, if we rewind, remember Kyrie Irving, he posted the documentary from what was that, from Hebrews to
from Hebrew to Negroes, almost lost his, he's one of the best basketball players in the NBA, right? He's in every conversation of the top 5, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna have a conversation of the top 5 and don't put Kyrie Irving in there. But he almost lost his jersey because he mentioned the small hats.
But
and he didn't even mention them. He just put a link to a video that exposed the fact that they are not the original Hebrews according to the Bible.
All he did was share the link, but Amazon is the one who they were the ones who promote and actually have what about the backlash for Amazon? Did nobody say
they can't touch Amazon? They can't touch Amazon. Amazon making money, so you can't touch them. Can't touch this. All right, so let's continue.
Began peacefully, the tone quickly escalated. At Columbia University, police stormed a university building occupied by protesters, arresting nearly 300. In California, authorities disbanded a UCLA encampment after arresting at least 200 protesters. And in D.C., CBN's Tara Mergener saw a somewhat more peaceful scene at George Washington University.
Behind me, you can hear protesters Protesters shouting from the metal barricades they tore down and then placed the Palestinian flag on top. All around are dozens of tents with both students and non-students camping out around the clock.
But you know, the people are protesting
and yelling the chant stuff.
People are protesting because Israel is over there bombing these people back to the Stone Age. They're bombing. They're not just bombing military targets. They're bombing every target. Hospitals, schools, nothing is safe. Bridges, markets, no place is safe. So these young people are in the schools seeing this go down because they got the feed now. You can't hide the news no more with social media. See, that's what Esau messed up with his social media, because you can't hide the real news. People are streaming from these places, showing you what's going on, and they want to protest. And that's why they brought forth this law. They said, man, y'all, you can't speak against the small hats.
You know, Chief, just to land me back on while we're on this topic, it shows you there's a difference between the other nations and us as a people, right?
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is they see these American Palestinians, right, by and large, they're seeing what's going on with their people way thousands of miles in another country.
Yeah.
And they're standing up for the oppression and the almost annihilation of their people over there. But when you had Puerto Rico be abandoned by America and left without power for over a year, our people didn't do anything. They didn't stand up against the oppression. Haiti right now is being oppressed. And this weekend, you have all these artists all over coming down here, and a lot of Levites flying down here in South Florida to turn up while our people are suffering over there, refusing to stand up and show any type of sign of trying to any type of patriotism for their own people. That shows there's a difference between the nations and us. You know what I mean? When the white man in the South, I believe, was being the white man in the South. I forgot the history. I'm gonna scratch that. I forgot the history with Babylon the Great. But it shows you that the heathens, they're willing to stand up and fight for what they believe in and for the sake of their people. Us, we were not willing to make the same step.
What I think he was about to refer to is that the white men in the South gathered together and fought against America was split in two. It was a red coat, it was a blue coats and the red coats. Because they gathered together and said, man, if we allow these liberals from up north to get their way, we're going to lose all our slaves in our plantation. So they got together and tried to stop that change of dynamic in America, even though it never really changed. Right? It kind of just morphed into you went from being a slave to an employee, right? But at the end of the day, all you could afford was the things that you was going to get anyway as a slave, which was food, shelter, and raiment. You know what I mean? Like that's all you could afford anyway. So they kind of morphed into an employment. But what you're bringing out is patriotism. Patriotism is always shown as something revered as good and great once it's for the untouchables, right? Or the small hats. But as soon as you go against Esau with your patriotism, it has no place. Our people have not learned patriotism yet because we don't look at each other. We don't look at ourselves as a nation. We look at ourselves as a second class. So we're always trying to get with the first class. Whatever the first class is doing, we want a part of their class. So that's why we don't protest. Because we never consider, since we talk about Haiti, the Haitians in America do not look at the Haitians back in Haiti as their people, as their nation. They look at Haiti like, I got out of there. I escaped. I'm good now, right? I came to America now. Later for y'all crazy back there. They'll be the first to talk about the Haitians back in Haiti like, they crazy over there. I'm not like them. If they can lose their accent, they'll lose it. Only on Flag Day, it comes back mysteriously on Flag Day or when T-Pain makes a new song. But other than that, they don't know that they're so. Right? Why? Because we've been taught to hate ourselves. We have been taught to be separated from ourselves. The same thing with Puerto Rico. They no different. I'm not just saying this about the Haitians. I'm saying about this. All 12 tribes of Israel have the same curse. We are not a people. We are individuals. We do not assimilate from anybody that's outside of our neighborhood. When a Puerto Rican leaves from Puerto Rico and he leaves to New York, he's a New Yorican. He's given up his patriotism to his people in the hills of Puerto Rico. He don't care about them no more. Keep it real, right?
Yeah.
And that goes for every single country, right? Even the Jamaican people, right? I mean, say, what? Champion state. Yeah, right. You go down there to chill, but when Jamaica getting come on,
the mud massage.
when the crime is on an all-time high, knowing the corruption is in the government day and night, where is the big push for someone to go and regulate what's going on in Jamaica? The Chinese is buying out everything in Jamaica. Who's talking about it? Who's talking about it? All the industries, all the natural resources in Jamaica is getting bought up by the Chinese.
China.
And it got entered too by the Chinese, right? And the Canadians. Who's really standing up and saying, yo, you can't do that to my country? Nope. They're in America now. That ain't my country no more. I left that down there. I'm here now. Other than reggae music, I'm good, right? If I got some family, I'll go back and visit them. And then in about 1 week, I'm like, I'm going back to America. Right? Because we have not learned patriotism. And maybe in when you look at it, maybe because these are bywords and proverbs, that's not our nations really. When we come to this truth and we become tribes of Israel, then we have our cords start to be connected again. Then we start to care about what's going on in Mexico, right? The injustices that's going on in Venezuela to the people in the hills, right? We start to care about what's going on in Haiti, what's going on in Dominican Republic to the people that's in the hills, because our cords are reconnected.
Right.
Our cords have been cut asunder. That's why we don't have that inner feeling towards one another. Jamaica has China to thank for much needed infrastructure, right? Exactly. They're gonna thank the Chinese for coming in there and build roads, as if they don't know how to build roads in Jamaica. The local people in Jamaica know how to build everything, right? With a screwdriver and a wrench.
Actually, Chief, they said around the 1920s when the Industrial Revolution and how they learned how to meld and mold steel, all of that technique came from Jamaica.
It came from Jamaica.
So it was Jamaica that was responsible for the Industrial Revolution here that built up America, because if so-called Edomites didn't come to Jamaica and see how the so-called Jamaicans were using and kind of utilizing the steel and the process they use it, there would be no infrastructures, no skyscrapers or high-rises like we see today.
Just so you can understand why we're saying it comes from. We're not just blowing hot air. In Jamaica, in Guyana also, there's something called bauxite. This is a material that they mine out of the hills. Bauxite is used to mold metal into different shapes. Without bauxite, you cannot mold metal into different shapes. So they have such a resource that all the pipes and the structures and the things that are being built around the world, these ships are leaving these small countries with, huge ships full of bauxite, right? You can look up what that material is. It's used to fortify when you melt metal and make it a shape. It makes it hard again. It makes it durable once again after going through the melting process. So there's an additive so we wouldn't have pipes in our roads or bridges if it wasn't for this material. But the country is poor?
Bring that out.
How's that possible? You got the material that makes a world go round in your land, but you don't got no money.
I believe just like if you could correct me, I'm watching. He got like idonium or iridium, something they use like in phones and etc.
Yeah,
even that. Yeah.
First of all, Salakia Cap, matter of fact, I'm so happy you brought that up because I have a video that actually explains Haiti has a mountain of iridium. That's the reason why you have so-called this humanitarian relief where everybody's going. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me just show y'all. let me let me bring that out because if these countries are so poor, then why do the Edomites always want to vacate there? Why they always want to? Oh, I want to go to Jamaica. Oh, I want to go to Labadee, Haiti. Oh, really? But I thought this was the most poorest, most dangerous place. Okay.
Right here to bring it our show, family. We're getting y'all the real
fair
information.
Use, fair use.
Yeah, 20 billion in gold reserves.
20 billion.
Goodness. Where is the most used in 5G smartphones? And everybody got a smartphone.
Aircraft engines.
Military equipment, especially. It was used to produce atomic war.
That kind of remind me of vibranium.
Right? That's where they probably got that vibranium from in Black Panther. They probably was talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
I cannot.
So just to, as you were mentioning, Captain Amawan, the Wakanda, the whole Black Panther movie was loosely based off of Haiti, because you know how they always put a little bit of truth in the movies. You know what I mean? Have you thinking it's just a movie, but in reality, the same way how they had the vibranium in Wakanda and it was all up in the mountain, is the same way they found this actual material, which was actually in Haiti, and it's an entire mountain full of iridium. The only place that has it, as the actual video was showing, was just South Africa.
Right.
So now all of a sudden, now everybody wants to go ahead and help Haiti all of a sudden. And like you brought it out, let me go ahead and put my brother against my brother, so that way while they busy fighting, we can just come in, get the resources, and then just ride out.
Well, it's nothing new. When you look at the history of the Roman Jewish wars, right? This is my favorite history regarding our people. The reason why the Romans was able to come in, infiltrate, and do what they did is because we were just too busy fighting each other and cutting off certain parts of the city of Jerusalem and starving each other. That's how they were able to infiltrate. And it's nothing new, because they always do that. They'll have one side go against the other side, and while we're too busy killing each other, they're executing their plan. It's the same old tricks.
It's the old divide and conquer. We've heard it 1,000 times before. It never fails. You don't need a new trick. It still works, right? Divide and conquer. As long as we allow ourselves to be divided into these different groups, classism, those that got money don't have money, the hot boys and the not boys, right?
The hot boys.
and we have classism dealing with educational system. I'm from Harvard. went to Yale, so therefore you went to what's it called, Broward County. We can't talk, right? Because Esau will allow us to divide ourselves into little groups, right? That's where you get the word religion from, right? Little groups of a certain belief pattern. A lot of us are way too religious, and we have to become more nationalist than religious and be about our people regardless of the belief pattern. We'll get back to the belief pattern. We'll get our belief patterns corrected. But just understand that that's your family over there, right? That's one thing that the Palestinians understand. That's why they protest alone, because they're like, yo, you think all Palestinians have the same religion?
Nope.
You'd be surprised. The history of Palestinian, the history of Israel was polytheism. They learned monotheism from the Hebrews. Most of them are not what they call Islamic, right? Most of them are not Muslims.
You know, if you go, you know, it's crazy. We talking about that too. I wanted to like learn a little bit because Monitors, Captain Monitors, big shout out to the Heck Bar County Monitors. So he was going into some cuts from the Quran when he was doing some diligent research on it.
Yeah.
And I decided to listen to a video on Ishmael and the Quran and Islam. Like you said, they believed in multiple gods. I mean, they worshipped a different god each day of the year.
Polytheism.
And the whole time,
many gods.
before they came in encounter with our people and they took their own remix of the Torah,
right?
They were in different tribes fighting each other.
Yep.
Until that unified them. Until it unified them.
It came and made them a stronger people. Our book went over there and made their people a stronger people. We have the book here, and we still weak with the book in our houses, in our hands. We're reading the book, and we're still weak. We're still dividing. We're still divided, right? Because of that, that curse that's on us. It's a curse, baby, that we're going to be. We got to break those generational curses of that individual like curse and be a people again. So Anchorman, very good information. So now we know that vibranium is really iridium. Am I saying that word right? Iridium? Iridium from South Africa and Haiti. And right now they just like they wanted to steal it in Black Panther, they stole it in real life.
Is Black Panther real? Is that a good movie to watch? I still haven't seen it.
It's a good movie to see.
The first one.
Yeah, the first one really. The first one really is a good
And
one.
a lot of it parallels to what's going on in Haiti right now.
Yep. And in the different countries that Esau is, he's after the resources. Basically, what they show you, they concentrate while we concentrating on flash and cash and false sense of power. They're looking at the resources. They want all the earth's resources because they know who owns the resources owns the earth. Right. Nothing's gonna get made. If you making metal, nothing getting made without you. So they ain't worried about who got the fanciest piece of metal. You can have the fanciest piece of metal. You can have $1 million worth of jewelry in your neck, right? I am digging the gold out the ground.
Yeah, they said iridium is worth way more than gold.
More than gold. What else we got, Anchorman, on the docket?
So the next thing that we got is that the California governor just recently passed Law SB 145.
Okay.
So let me give you an idea of what it is. So pretty much, let's say that you have a child, she's 14 years old, or she's maybe 17 years old. And she, let's say an 18-year-old, 24-year-old, maybe even 30-year-old is having relations with her. Now, based off of this law, the judge has the discretion to either consider that particular person either to be registered as a sex offender or not.
Right. You know why they passed that? That's the law for all the Epsteins throughout the whole earth. the Epsteins needed in the name. It should be called the Epstein Law.
Yeah.
The Epstein Act.
The Epstein Act. Because they're like, man, another one of us can't go out like that. And he had all the documents of everybody that he was trafficking these young girls to. And he know that they had to do something. They had to do something quick. Because California is known, Hollywood is known for young women going out there searching to be the next big thing, right? And end up being the next big thing, right? Or end up being missing. And they had to legalize this thing because it's out of control. That's what he sort of do. When something is out of control, he legalizes it. Right?
So actually, I got a video to share on this one.
It says that the judge has the discretion to say whether or not
they sanctioned or not.
So they're gonna let the Epsteins go, but they're gonna let the R. Kellys and the Diddy's, they're gonna go to prison.
Oh, they'll go to prison.
Oh, for sure. For
How
sure.
dare you? We're nice, decent, all American folk here. And we want a little girl. She look a little pretty. They'll take the little pretty girl. Right? Who are you to do that? Then you're a monster. I'm in love.
Exactly.
That's how they pass it off, right? But we know we got moral laws as Hebrew Israelites. We know we don't get down like that. Man, rusty old man taking no young girl to be her husband. What are you doing?
Right.
You're a pervert. That's what you are. But a lot of times they do that. They get them little Asian chicks. That's what I'm about to say. That's why California is so popular, because they cart them Asian chicks over the water, Pacific Ocean over there, and a lot of those Edomites out there, you see, they got little Asian chicks in their households because they're raping them. Let's call it what it is. They're taking them. A lot of them don't have the they don't have the wherewithal to defend themselves, but that's what they're doing. So now they got to pass laws to ensure to cover themselves.
Well, Chief, for a long time, that actor Woody Harrelson.
Oh yeah.
Woody Harrelson, he had adopted a so-called and then married her.
Yeah.
And at the time she was like 7, and he was having like intimate relations with her until she was able to get of age, and then he married her.
And then he married her.
Yeah.
He's world renowned for that move right there.
Yeah, they call it grooming. He was grooming her.
He was grooming her.
I got a preserve for you, Chief.
Yeah. These nations got to be. Yo, put a 1 in the chat if you think that, these nations, especially the small hats, got to be taken off this earth, man. Put a 1 in the chat if the small hats have to be taken off the earth so that we all could dwell in peace, because there's no peace with them on the earth, man. All right. What you got there, Cat? Cat got a precept. I want to bring up DJ Brooke. We're going to take a break. Anchor Man, let the DJ spin a couple tunes and come back with more information that's going to heal the nation. We're going to tell the people what to do with this information, right? Because a lot of people might say, well, what are we going to do with all this information? We're going to show you what to do with this information, right? Put a 1 in the chat if there's no more of these small hats, right? Can walk around with their nasty ways, right? What you got there?
The book of Isaiah, chapter 10 and verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Yep.
And write grievousness, which they have prescribed.
Right. They're making policies to establish grievousness. Right? What do you think that these young girls wanted that policy to be passed?
Nope.
You think they signed up a petition of young women saying, yes, all these 14-year-olds, we're looking for 65-year-old men to be with? No, it's the other way around. And they are writing this as policy, grievousness. You know what I mean? People missing their children, missing their daughters, right? Their daughter went out, never came back. They hear from them some years later talking about they married with children to a man 3 times their age. It's filthiness. A lot of times they be trying to preserve their seed. That's what they be trying to do. As they get old, they want to get a young one so they can have bring up more children, because they believe in that gentrification. Right? That's another way they gentrify. They use these other nations' young women and they impregnate them. That was called ethnic cleansing. If you know historically,
right,
it's called ethnic cleansing. They go into a nation and they sow their seed into that nation because they know, even though they act like they don't know, they know the lineages of the man.
Right.
So they sow their seed in other nations to build back their strength through using the other. But what do? What's left of these women? What's left? They're no good for nothing after that. Right? Nobody don't want you after you've been with what was his name? Woody
Harrelson.
The devil.
Woody,
yeah.
After you've been with the devil, nobody wants you. Your own people don't want you around no more. Your mind is twisted now. Lord knows what he done to you. All right.
Hey, Chief, real quick. Have y'all ever seen the movie Taken?
I absolutely have, yes.
All right. So you know at the end of the movie, when the main character guy was on the boat and he was trying to get his daughter, and then the daughter was being groomed, and then you saw all these high officials kind of voting for. That's what they do.
They bring
You
it
know what
out.
I'm saying?
They bring it out in the movies.
Yeah. So
They
they do
so
the same
proud.
thing. Mm-hmm.
They so proud and wicked. Hollywood been showing us that. I can think of many movies. They've been showing us, you know, it was worse in the 90s. You know, the old movies, they really used to bring it out because it was very popular to talk about what the Illuminati is doing behind closed doors and how they taking young girls and, you know what I mean, and the Druid practices they learned from the Druids from Scotland and all that. They wear the hoods on their head and they wear the masquerade and they take young women into these parties, and it's almost like Diddy House before Diddy House existed, right?
That's where he learned it from.
That's where he learned it from. It's a Druid practice. This is going back to the Romans, the Greco-Roman Empire. This is going back to Holland, right? This where they get this Santa Claus from, right? It's going back to all of those antics. What they call them, elves or what they call them, the little helpers, right? They were young children. They wasn't short people. It wasn't. They were children, and what they were doing, they were helping them all right, helping themselves to them, right? So there's a lot of twisted history rooted in America, and in these last days, Esau know his kingdom is falling apart, so he's going to try to bring policy to keep things intact. But it's not going to work. All praises to the Most High. Right. Until we come to, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to let our DJ Baruch come up on deck, hit you with some tracks. We're going to be back with some more news, some more information, some more scripture, and what to do with this information that you're getting on the
My purpose is greater than me. When you serve the Most High, He gon' make you shine so all of your haters can see. Cool as the shade of the tree. Worship the King, bowing on kissing His feet. He took me straight out the street and brought me right back to the street. Stood on the corner with weed. Now I hit corners to preach and gather His sheep to wake them up, just like Elijah. Take me up. I go to war for my peace. They turned the man to a beast. Play with my family, gon' take them off. Attack, that's the season on me. Got every reason to win. Thanking the Father, the last name that bit me. You got me on point like some niggas and pins. Move with the lions, I be in the den. Ain't about my nation, I be in the wind. Respecting our temples, we be in the gym. My purpose is greater than me. This the mind of a chocolate man. On the ground till my pockets expand. Make that music the prophets of jam. We on fire like the pots in the past. Style awkward like pops when he playing. I'm protecting my mama, we praying. Not in my face, but behind my back. So I couldn't hear him like, what was you saying? Get with the movement, 144 karat gold music constructing the brand. Yo, my purpose is greater than me.
In here with my brother Cornwall. And then we can on top of this one on tonight. He gonna take it right up. Sheesh. Okay. We got lamb, bitter herbs, unleavened bread, wine. We gon' pass over you and we consume no blood and meat and no swine. Let my friends just hang and they flying. My parents so low they call it decline. Always truth and never no line. If I in the end, I know that she mine. Charge my brother in, no usury. There's no user fee and that's cool to me. She a married woman, bro. I don't want her. She mute to me and not cute to me. On the 7th day I do this. 6 days working high, stay fresh. No mixed fabrics, high, stay dressed. And now that I know, don't mark up my flesh. No more pagan days, no, not for me. Damn Easter eggs and no tree. We spend 7 days in them tents. Who you know, stable rocker like me. All my seafood got fins and scales. No crab or shrimp and no lobster tails. We stay in order to Omega, no beta, baby. I'm an alpha man. My gay is Jay, my name is name. Can't even swear on my mom and them. I give my life for my partner and them. My enemies, don't rock with them. Don't do the cut and don't split the hoop. It ain't for my grill and that's high food. It's real my folk and that is for my folk. So I only get me that. Yeah, Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more.
To rise no more. Falling, to rise no more. I'm taking a look in the streets. It's really every day what I see. We constantly searching for peace. My people just want to be free. We tired of the cell blocks and the bullshit. That lying nigga in the pulpit. Same shit, but it up is shit. I speak truth, they ain't come to play. You in the way, better move them niggas. That baller no way gon' be cool, nigga. Say you call me, get that tool, nigga. Matter of fact, get you by two, nigga. You see the signs that's in front of you? Shots in the rough from up under you. Shit is gonna fall, yeah, I promise you. Make up your mind what you gonna do. You heard it? Now listen. Your life, my business. You are my brother. We need each other. The truth, I live it. I will defend it. You are my brother. You are my brother.
Don't play with me when it comes to this. Don't play with me when it comes to the word. Don't play with me when it comes to this. Don't play with me when it comes to Christ. Don't play with me when it comes to this. Don't play with me when it comes to this. Don't play with me when it comes to this. Don't play with me when it comes to the Most High. I die for the truth, I lose my life. Don't play with me when it comes to the Most High. I die for the truth, I lose my life. Don't play with me, play with me, play with me. Don't play with me, play with me, play with me. Don't play with me, play with me, play with me. Don't play with me, play with me, play with me. Don't play with me, dog. Got me feeling like David. I'm calling on Yashara, rebuking demons on the daily. I ain't going for the play, false doctrine don't come away. And if you speak against a higher, I ain't got nothing to say. My God, my wife, my Bible. I'm slaying the haters to go and clean out my rifle. Shoot, shoot, pow. No, I gotta lay them down. If you speak in the tongues, I pray you don't make a sound. No more green light baptism. No, my spirit on go, go, get to save souls. This ain't just about the rapping. I'm really in this truth. I ain't with all the acting. Don't play with my name to a higher that ain't a track back biting and Remembrance. Gotta go. We see what happened in the wilderness and we gotta learn to do better. Don't play with my God. You know we praise no forever. You either hot or cold, white, Peter, or wet sweater. But you can't wear both. Stand up about my news. Gotta go because the Bible is the only way to go. My Quran in my palm. I won't hit with other guys. I'm alone. I'm trans voodoo magic on me. How you sleep? Follow cuss on the seven. You don't deserve. Holy days a little bit. It's 23 was never heard. Make a wish we going to the first. And just because you playing with his name, you keep on using that in vain. Don't feel me when it comes to this.
Swag, 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 trust, swag, trust, swag, trust, swag, trust, swag, trust, swag, trust, swag, trust. They hate on the fact that I do my due diligence. Always be judging me. I don't care nothing about it. Cause let's just be honest, them leaders ain't ones who look up to me. Let me humble myself. I'm nobody's idol. I'm a workaholic. I hate being idle. I was sent here by God to inspire. For almost a decade, I've been on fire. Man, I be holding it down. I stay in my lane. I help people change. I serve. I don't wear a crown. I brighten up days wherever I go. It be to me when I'm not around. Whenever I stand in the midst of my elders, I listen. I don't make a sound. I'm a sponge. I be soaking no wisdom. I'm full of it now. I'm a G, so I stick to the G code. I do what I do for my people. The elite mode. I am lethal. It's the Matrix. I am Neo. I go beast mode. I'm a cheat code. I'm a bully on the beat. I'm Debo. And you ain't really gotta ask who the best when it comes to dropping hit after hit, cause we know. I make sure I meditate every day. That's the only way I get rid of heavyweight. When I do that, I upgrade my DNA. Who cares what haters say? I wanna levitate so I can get to a higher state of consciousness. They guided me. I am at one with it. Oh, in this body, I'm not to be doing this first. Just know that my
when I tell them I'm an Israelite, it's big bills, not miniature. Serve the same thing as minister. Kill the flesh, how to finish them. These commandments that sustain you. I'm surrounded by these angels. I ain't worried, I'm protected from seen and unseen dangers. When I tell them I'm an Israelite, it's big business, not miniature. Serve the same thing as minister. Kill the flesh, how to finish them. These commandments that sustain you. I'm surrounded by these angels. I ain't worried, I'm protected from seen and unseen dangers. I wake up and say me a prayer. Rub my teeth like
putting on the hits, man. You can't go wrong with DJ Baruch, man. Best DJ in Jerusalem, hands down. Right? Holding it down for truth music. Right? That's that music that speaking the truth and you can groove to it. You know what I mean? So I don't know what y'all listening to. Hope y'all not listening to Sexy Red. Right? I hope y'all got rid of all that junk out of your head and you're listening to that truth music, man. We got a lot of artists out there that's doing great work and promoting righteousness over the track, and they're doing their thing. So shout out to DJ Baruch giving us that dose of truth music, you know what I mean, on the Bring It Out radio show. So we're going to get right back into this conversation, right back into the Anchorman. Before I bring the Anchorman back on, I want to pull one verse, one scripture. Let's go to 2nd Ezra, because we're talking about a lot of things happening in the earth today, and somebody might ask this question. Well, what do I do about all of this? What can I do about this? Yeah, they're stealing the resources. Yeah, they're passing laws for Esau to, have his jollies with young women. Yeah, they're what else we went into?
Are they allowing the pedophiles and they giving discretion to judges?
Right. And Amalek is protecting himself. You can't speak bad about him. Right. What do we do with this information? What does this information mean for the blacks and Hispanics, God's chosen people, right? The Native Americans, the meek of the earth. What do we do with this information? I want to read a prophecy in the Bible. I want to start with we'll start with verse 10. In 2nd Ezra family 14, and we'll start with verse 10. Matter of fact, we're going to hide in that. Verse 7.
You went in the KJV, right?
In KJV, I'm not sure what it says in the GNT, but
it's pretty good in the GNT as well. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 7 in the KJV.
Okay.
And now I say unto thee,
right,
that thou lay up in thy heart the signs that I have showed,
right,
and the dreams that thou hast seen.
Go ahead.
And the interpretation which thou hast heard.
Right. So there's dreams, there's lay up in your heart signs and interpretations. What is he talking about? He's talking about what we're going to break down. Lay it up in your heart means that keep it in your mind so you understand things that's happening around you, why they're happening, and what you need to do about it. Read on.
For thou shalt be taken away from all, and from henceforth thou shalt remain with my son.
Right.
And with such as be like thee until the times be ended.
Right. So you're going to be separated from the norm of this world. And you're going to be with my son. Right. Who's that? Hamashiach Yahushua. You're going to be with my son, and you're going to be around people that's like-minded as you. So the Most High already prophesied that you would be that one person in your family that's keeping Torah, or that few people in your complex that's keeping the commandments, or those what does it say? Two out of a city, one out of a family.
Yeah.
The breakdown is right. That we'll be few and far between, but what we'll gather together in these last days. So you're a living prophecy. All of you on the line right now, you are living prophecy of end time prophecy. Just the fact that you recognize you're a Hebrew Israelite, I'm gonna put my Isha on blast. She went to the government. I'm not gonna put her on blast. I'm gonna put her business out there. She went to the government and she had her name changed to her Hebrew name.
Hallelujah.
I think that's heavy.
Yeah.
I think that's heavy. You know what I mean?
Don't you got to change a lot of documents? It's not just
you got to change a lot. She's been working on this thing for weeks now. You know what I mean? So, she got rid of that slave name, that name that was given to her because of slavery, and she put on her free name, Mariah Rapiah, and my surname she put on Blair, right? And she changed her entire name. So I would say shout to her for that work of dedication. Very few brothers I know in the word that have done that. Like a brother that I came in with, Arya Gag, he changed his name completely to his Hebrew name, on documents. A few brothers back in the days was doing that. It was kind of getting a little bit popular, but it's been a while since I've heard somebody had that resolve, dedication, put their money where their mouth is, and actually do it.
Wow.
And it is a lot of steps to get it done. It ain't it ain't easy and it ain't cheap, but it's worth it in the long run. So shout out to Isha Mariah for putting that forth. But that's what we're talking about.
Hallelujah.
Separating ourselves from this world, separating ourselves from who we used to be, and then gathering together in like-minded people, with like-minded people, right? Read.
Verse 10. For the world hath lost his youth, and the times begin to wax old.
Right. The world has lost its youth. Now, what is it about youth? What is it about a child different than somebody that's old? What do children do that old people don't do? What do children do that old people don't do?
Inquire.
No, old people inquire. Old people probably inquire more than children.
They got energy.
They got energy. Okay. What do they do that old people don't do? Then you understand why is he comparing the world to this?
Oh, because they pay attention to the times and all that stuff.
Nah, I'll give you a hint. It's nothing voluntary.
Or they grow old.
They grow. They grow. Old people don't grow. You get to a certain size, an age, you no longer grow. Children have growth, right? They go from being, if you see a child, you don't see him for a year, they go from being 4 feet to 5 feet, 3 feet to 6 feet, right? You come back, you're like, damn, you was 3 feet a couple years ago. Yeah. Now you're 6 feet tall. Old people don't do that. So what happened in this world, it's no longer growing. There's nothing new happening. It's just redoing the same. It's reached its fullness. There's nothing more going to happen. Esau got no more tricks up his sleeve. Nothing new is coming. It's just remixing the same old thing. Remixing it. Like our bodies, we get to a certain age, your body just remixes. You shed a layer of skin, you get another layer. It's just like the last one because you're not extending, you're not growing. His kingdom can't grow anymore. It's reached its fullness. Right. So it's not youthful anymore. Now it's waxing old. Matter of fact, not only is it not growing anymore, but it's getting weaker. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? When you was a child, you was getting stronger. Right? Youth, you're constantly getting stronger. Man, I couldn't do no pull-ups, and I could do 10, I could do 20. But as you're getting older, you're getting weaker, right? Then you start saying, I remember when I used to be able to bench that 405. Now I look at it like, yeah, right? It ain't going to happen. My arms will snap off, right? Right? So I wouldn't even try that, right? But why? Because we're waxing old. So the family understands, well, how has the earth lost its youth? Means it's not getting stronger, it's getting weaker. All right, let's read.
I actually want to continue the rest in the GNT because it's actually okay. I like how it's written more clear right here.
Okay.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 10 in the GNT.
Okay.
The world is no longer young. It is rapidly approaching old age. The whole history of the world is divided into 12 periods.
Right.
And the 10th period has already arrived.
Right. So if something was divided into 12 and 10th have gone, it's behind us. That means that what? There's more history for this world than there is future for this world. There's literally 5 times more history of this world than there is future for this world. Our past is way longer than our future. All right, let's go.
If I remember correctly, there's like a reference that a scholar used to break this down, and we're saying how each of these periods is supposed to represent 1,000 years. You know how there's 7,000 years of creation, roughly 7,000 years of creation, and Ezra is in the 10th part. That shows you, like, if he's at the 10th part around his time, that's 400 years before Yahushua is born.
Mm-hmm.
And almost 2,000 years later, that means there's only such a little bit of time before Yahushua in the kingdom and this new era of peace.
Remember,
and
the scriptures tell us the third day will not expire.
Right.
And we're already in the third day.
Right.
So we don't have much left. So family, if you understand what we're talking about here, is that like if you're on a journey, and you had a 12-hour drive, you on those last 2 hours of that drive. The path behind you is way longer than the one in front of you to the end. So we have to operate that way in the times that we're living in. Right. And when you start getting closer to your destination, what you do, you start to speed up a little bit because you're almost there. You know what I mean? You might be tired, but you're going to speed up because you're almost there. Right. Let's go.
Okay. The whole history of the world is divided into 12 periods, and the 10th period has already arrived.
Uh-huh.
And it is half over.
Right.
Only 2.5 parts remain.
Right.
So set your house in order. Warn your people. Comfort those who are humble, and teach those who are wise.
Wow.
Then say goodbye.
So hold on. That's verse 13?
Yes.
Read verse 13 again.
So set your house in order. Warn your people. Comfort those who are humble, and teach those who are wise.
Right. Teach those that are wise. It didn't say go teach fools. It said teach those that are wise. Why would you teach the wise instead of the fool? I thought we were supposed to be taking the foolishness away.
Kind of precept.
Okay. What you got?
Daniel chapter 12, verse 10.
Okay, good one.
Many shall be purified. Many shall be purified and made white and tried. But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand. But the wise shall understand.
Right. Meaning that what? We looking for the wise to teach. Why? Because the wise going to do the right thing with the information that they get.
Right.
Why would I teach a fool to then take my wisdom and do foolishness with it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why would I spend my time teaching you, and all you're going to do is take this knowledge and do more dumb stuff with the knowledge that you receive? I'd rather teach the wise, because then you're going to multiply this wisdom. You're going to make this wisdom stronger. You're going to take what I get, what the Most High give you, or what your teacher gives you, and you're going to make it even greater. Read.
Got a precept.
What you got?
Ezekiel 9:4.
Yes, exactly. As I was thinking that too. All right, go ahead, read that one.
Okay.
Ezekiel 9:4, exactly. All right. Because you got to have a level of intelligence to serve the Most High. There's a level of intelligence that the Most High ingrained already in your spirit. That's why you're in the truth now. Right? There's a level of intelligence ingrained in your DNA. That's why when the word came, it made sense and you knew what to do with it. You didn't hear the word and make a joke about it. Right? You heard the word and you said, man, I got to do something about this. I don't know why, but something about what was coming out, I need to make a change. All right? Read that.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, verse 4.
Bring it up.
And Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Right. So that we got there teaching the people. We're teaching the people. We're looking for the people that could obviously see something ain't right. And they're looking for that next step. A lot of you coming into this word, you knew something wasn't right.
Right.
And then somebody taught you the next step. And they filled in the blank. And you were like, that's what it is. Right? I might have been caught up in all different walks of life. But when that truth come, when that light turned on, there was no denying it. Why? Because the Most High put a seed of intelligence in you already. Right? It's called your spirit. He put a seed of intelligence in you for you to grasp and know what to do with this information. We give people this information all the time. They come back to camp. We see them at the camp about 30 times, and they ain't no brighter than they was than the first time they came. Sometimes they're asking the same damn questions. And you're like, damn, weren't you here last week? The week before that? The month before? Why aren't you getting this? Because the Most High didn't ingrain in that person that seed of intelligence. They don't know what to do with this information. Then you might teach somebody something simple, the color of Christ. Next thing you know, they had service.
Right.
You're like, damn, all that studying, and all I taught you was Revelations 1 and 12, and you at the service,
and you were sold.
You were sold off of that. I didn't even get my best breakdown for you yet. Didn't need it, right? It's not about your best breakdown. Yes, we do our best in teaching the word because we represent a perfect power. So we got to go out there and represent, right? We got to stand bold as a lion against our adversaries. But believe you me, when the word is for someone, it will get it.
My sheep hear my voice.
My sheep will hear my voice and they will hearken. So good precept in Ezekiel. Let's go back to Ezra's 14. Second Ezra's 14. You about to read the 14th verse.
Put earthly cares away from you.
Right.
Throw down your human burdens and lay aside your weak human nature.
Right. So, basically he's saying the same thing that it was saying in the KJV. For those of us that's looking at the KJV, it says, let go of thy mortal thoughts and cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature. So this is why we go over classes like this and we talk about what's going on in the earth. So that what? You're motivated to be that super Israelite that you know you should be. You're motivated to put your all into your service to God because you know that this world don't have nothing left. These things should be motivation for you to go harder for the Most High. So that's what you do with the information in a class like this. You go, man, Babylon is falling apart.
Right.
So we got to get it together. Our salvation is nearer than when we believe. It's a motivational class. Because two kings cannot sit on the same crown, on the same throne.
Yeah.
You have to dethrone that former king so you could set up that new kingdom. Christ is coming to dethrone Babylon and all the so-called great men and set you up as the great men on the earth. So you need to be prepared for what's coming, for what is even right now. Right? Let's read.
Put all your anxieties aside and get ready to leave this world quickly.
Right. Get ready to leave this world quickly. What does it mean by leave this world? It's not talking about dying, and it's not talking about flying. It's talking about the ways of this kingdom. Leave them quickly. Whatever this kingdom is telling you is good, when you read in the Bible that it's not good, leave it quickly. Don't tarry to change. Make those changes in your heart, soul, and mind. If the Father tell you that you have 12 tribes and these are your people, you can't look at them. You can't look at them as no Chicos no more. Them Chicos is your people. That's your tribe. That's your Issacharites, right? You can't look at them and say, oh, those Haitians over there, right?
Yankees.
Those Yankees over there. Right? Them banana boats over there, right? No, you got to say, no, that's our tribes. That's them Benjamites. That's them Judites. That's them Levites, right? That's them Ephraimites. That's them Naphtalites. You got to start to change your mind state. When you see your people, when the Bible tells our daughters that their husbands are their lords and their kings and they got to follow them, that they follow God, what else are you going to do but that? Because the world tells you don't need a man, right? The world tells our daughters they don't need a man, right? Tell the man to the side, man, you got technology, you got 911, you don't need no man, right? When the world is telling our men, don't wife these women, just use them and abuse them and keep it moving. Yeah. The Bible says, no, you touch my daughter, you stay with my daughter for the rest of your life.
Right.
You can't be a player no more. I don't want to be a player no more. Right? So you have to leave this world fast. Why? Because the sins of this world is going to be judged. And if you're playing a part of him, you're going to be judged with it. Read on.
Gone. You have seen many evil things already, but far worse things are about to happen. As the world grows older and weaker, the evils that will come upon its people will multiply. Truth will depart, and falsehood will draw even nearer. The ego you saw in your vision is just about to arrive. It's going to something else.
Right. I mean, it's going to something else, but it's definitely talking about the time we're living in now. Things have increased in the earth. Evils have increased. And that's what the Anchor Man is bringing up, all the evils that are increasing in the earth. Anchor Man, come on back on stage, right? We're going to still explore some more of these evils, right, that came on the earth. And we have to make sure that we're preparing our people and encouraging our people that change is the only way out.
Right.
Con. Well, with that being said, Chief, as well as captains, I just wanted to share this with you guys as well. This is happening on May the 17th with the Vatican. So this is the new thing that they have going on. So the Vatican preparing guidelines for apparitions, other supernatural phenomena. Apparitions are appearances or communication with divine beings such as saints, angels, or Christ himself. So the Vatican is preparing to release a document giving guidance on how to discern supernatural phenomena. The Holy See's press office announced the upcoming document will be published May 17th, which I believe is this coming Friday, with a live streamed press conference featuring Perfect for the Dicastery for the Doctrine of the Faith, Cardinal Victor Manuel Fernandez. Fernandez has previously said the Dicastery is in the process of finalizing a new text with clear guidelines and norms for the discernment of apparitions and other phenomenon according to the National Catholic Register. An apparition refers to an instance in which a divine entity, such as a saint, the Virgin Mary, or Christ himself, makes itself known to a person on the earth. The concept is a recurring theme in the Bible, and most Christian denominations affirm the belief that such brushes with the supernatural can still occur today in various capacities. So pretty much they're getting ready to fill out a document or to provide people with a guide to pretty much apparition for dummies on the 17th. So that way, if people start seeing supernatural entities or if they say they see Christ themselves, they know exactly how to deal with it.
It is a series on Netflix called Evil. Anybody come across that thing?
No, I haven't heard about that.
I've heard of it before.
Yeah, me and Naish have been watching it lately, man. And I tell you, it speaks to what you're talking about here. You know, Esau is, first of all, he's being plagued. The Most High is plaguing him with his judgment. So he is seeing stuff, right? So, you know, these angels always exist. Right now, this room is full of angels. You know, we live in 3 dimensions and there's a 4th and we don't live there. That's when you know that the things that we see are controlled by the things that we don't see. There's a reason why we don't see the 4th dimension, because it's none of our business. So if the Most High made it our business, he would tell us, right? We don't see it because he don't want us to see it. Like some people say, well, I saw a chariot. Did you see the chariot? No, you saw the chariot because the Most High wanted you to see the chariot. And if you ever want me to see the chariot, then I'll see the chariot. But I won't see nothing unless he wants me to see it. He has the power over our eyes to open up what realms we're allowed to see.
Like he did with Elisha.
Like he did with Elijah on the mount. Elijah knew. Elisha didn't. He had to prove it to him.
With the donkey and Balaam.
The donkey and Balaam. Yeah. So we're well aware that those of us of the faith are well aware that angels are in play all the time. Right? Angels are in play. Sometimes you get into a situation, you don't know how you got out of it. You got to give praise to the Most High because he has rule over the angels, right? And they're in play all the time, right? So, but what's happening with Esau right now is that the Most High has been plaguing him, showing him his judgments, showing him that there's a greater power and it's coming. And he got to write documents. He got to figure out what to do about this. because they're afraid. They're scared. The Bible says terrorists shall make them afraid on every side. So I don't doubt in the Vatican City that there's some doors opening and closing. There's some chains dragging through the hallway because the Most High is going to put Esau through it, right? So he needs those documents then.
What I was going to say is, how's the Roman Catholic Church going to give us the guideline on how to deal with supernatural beings or occurrences, but they don't have the guideline when it comes to how to deal with little boys?
They got a guideline. It's the guideline they have, right, is according to their belief, which is evil.
That's what they got. That's what they just passed that law that I was just talking about in California.
Mm-hmm. They will continue doing that evil, but the Most High ain't gonna, not for much longer. That's why they got to come out with things like this. What else you got, Anchorman?
Well, speaking of apparitions, I'm going to also show this video. But before I do, I just wanted to say that a Las Vegas man appears in court after he was eating a 7-Eleven customer's face.
You sure it wasn't a hot dog?
No,
I don't know what's in them 7-Eleven hot dogs. It could be some human parts in that madness that people be trying to eat, man. Don't eat that nonsense, family. Right?
Well, let's
don't let Esau put that stuff in your system.
Let's not even get into McDonald's, because McDonald's is a different beast. But
horse meat,
human meat actually, but that's for another time. But so with this Las Vegas man, they actually the police had apprehended him, and when they had arrested him, he still had the guy's eyeball in his mouth.
Whoa.
And then when they went ahead and asked him, like, what's going on, he said, oh, it was the spirits or the demons that made me do it.
Yeah, he's just trying to see where he was coming from.
Yeah, so let me.
Yeah, that's that right. that was a dad joke.
Got him.
Yeah. But you know what? I believe him.
So I'm gonna.
The spirit did tell him to eat this person. I believe him. I wholeheartedly believe that man. That's his defense. Your Honor, I believe this man. The spirit told him to eat this man.
So the man was alive when he started eating them, or he killed them and then he started.
I'm actually going to show it to you right now.
This is not the first time this happened. I remember in middle school, when I was in middle school.
It happened here in Florida.
The guy on bath salts in Miami.
Yeah, bath salts.
Levite that did that too.
Yeah, that bath salt opened up the whole realm of demons. Right? That's what these drugs do. They open up that realm of demonic forces and lets it take over your body. So I believe what he was saying is true. That demon was on him, and that man had no protection from the Most High, so he became lunch. Right? The grateful, what do they call it? Walking Dead?
The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead. Let's see what let's check out the news, family.
The 8 News Now investigators today with our first look at the man accused of killing another man and eating his face.
29-year-old Colin Check, public defender, now arguing that Check is not competent to stand trial. 8 News Now investigator Kyle Payne, the first to bring you this gruesome story, joins us live in studio.
All right,
so
Colin
Kyle,
Check.
what happens now?
Kirsten Bryan, first we want to warn you that this case has disturbing details. But in Clark County District Court, there's a department designed just to handle cases like this. Most often, where people accused of a crime aren't able to determine right from wrong and can't understand what they're being charged with.
I've spoken to him and I've determined that he is incompetent.
The chief deputy public defender in court on the case of Colin Check, accused of killing a man early Sunday morning downtown and eating his eyeball as well as his ear. Check's lawyer saying his client doesn't have what it takes mentally to be tried for murder.
The allegations obviously are very serious, and what we've all read in the papers and seen on the news is very shocking.
After Wednesday's brief court hearing, Attorney David Westbrook saying doctors need to evaluate Check's mental status before the court can make a final determination, which will factor in those medical reports and perhaps some of the things Check told police after he was arrested, like that he was, quote, going in and out of consciousness and was awake for 5 days straight because something was, quote, possessing him. That's when police found him covered in blood with, quote, biological matter in his hair, mouth, and on his clothing.
We will get to the bottom of all the factual allegations. That is a process.
Indeed, a psychiatrist will make a recommendation on whether Check is mentally competent to stand trial. His next hearing is later this month, Brian.
All right.
He's mentally competent to try. What do they have this trial about anyway? They found a man with body parts in his mouth.
Sound like an open and shut case.
I mean, what is it? What is the court? What are they trying to rule in the court? Like, did he mean it? Did he really mean to eat those people? Like, come on, man. Esau's court system is a trip, man. You know what I mean? You caught the man, he's chewing on the air. Kill this man. You don't need to be with us.
Wasn't there a YSL Jake who was acting like he was incompetent, and they still
Yeah.
sentenced him right there and there?
Yeah.
When this are people, you don't matter if you're incompetent, you still get into football numbers.
Yep. Madness. And
But
then
evils whack worse and worse in the earth. Go ahead, Ak.
And actually, there was another incident in California about a month ago where this homeless man was caught with someone's leg. Like he actually was a crime scene where the person was hit by a train, and this homeless man pulled one of like the pieces of the leg and started eating it off to the side.
Yeah.
So that was about a month ago. But
You got zombies out there for real.
Yeah.
Miles Mercury, you got it on point, man. There's zombies out there. All right. So, get your what's that, Tomb Raider gear up, because you might have to, take care of some business, need some hollow points. Better go see armed weaponry for them zombies, because when them zombies start attacking, you know what I'm saying, you gotta defend yours.
Yeah, that's the video of the gentleman.
You are looking at what a witness says is a man eating a detached leg. The detached leg came from a person hit by a train near the Wasco Amtrak station earlier that morning.
On the leg, the skin was hanging. You can see the bone.
Jose Ibarra tells Eyewitness News that when the man walked past him with the leg, he believed him to be homeless. Ibarra is unsure where the man came from. He says Kern County Sheriff's deputies stopped the man after people from the Amtrak station called the police. More videos sent into Eyewitness News shows the man waving the leg around. KCSO says the man is 27-year-old Rosendo Tellez. Tellez was arrested for taking evidence from the scene and had multiple outstanding warrants. At this moment, investigators haven't said who the leg belongs to or who was hurt in the train crash,
I don't
but
think
we
he
do
killed
know
nobody,
that
just
one
gave him a
person
little
died.
leg.
Tellez was arrested, and Kern County Sheriff's Office say it is an active investigation. Reporting in
People have
Wasco, Lena
lost
Full.
their mind out there. There's zombie people which have lost their mind. That's when the scriptures said that worse evils are yet to come. I don't think y'all was thinking what I don't think y'all understood what he meant. People are going to be eating people left and right. Right? These are the evils, some of the evils that's coming on the earth. Prepare yourself, family. Like Brother said, Don Israel said, Jacob's trouble. Listen, it's going to be some serious trouble. There's already trouble. It's only going to get worse. Prepare your mind. Hide yourself in the word of the Most High. That's what scriptures say. Hide yourself in his truth. Because that's where only protection. People are going to want to know, how come you're not going through it? Because I've been keeping y'all's commandments. That's why I'm not going through it. Right? Ezra Aaron says, current country is zombie land. I used to live near there. So people are what creates zombies anyway? What creates zombies? Anybody know? What creates zombies?
Other zombies.
Other zombies. Right?
You're asking a lot of trick questions tonight.
Other zombies.
You have me thinking.
Right? Zombies create zombies. Right? So of course it's gonna be zombie land somewhere. But ultimately it's these drugs, man. It's this fentanyl. It's all these drugs that they have, this Molly, all this stuff. It melts your brain. It changes your mental state. It takes away the part of your mind that controls your actions. So whatever spirit come in you, you got listen, man. The way the brain works is that there are many spirits that come into the brain. The brain is like an antenna, kind of like an antenna to your radio, right? When the antenna is on your radio in your car or your phone, all signal, it sees all signal, but it has controls to only focus on one signal.
You change the frequency.
Unless you change that frequency or you change that signal, that's when it changes. It has controls built in these devices to lock onto one frequency. When you're just like your brain, they got this concept from your brain. That's the way your brain works. It hears everything. That's why your ears don't have lips, right? It hears everything. It sees everything. But it's concentrated and focused on what you concentrated and focused your mind onto. But if you lose that ability, that means every demon in the air can take your vessel. In the Bible, it's called the lunatic, right? The spirit of a lunatic was on a man, right? And the father went to Yashara to have his son blessed to get that spirit of a lunatic because his son was hurting himself in the fire, in the water. He was hurt because he had no self-control. That part of his mind could not be controlled. So all those demons that's in the air was just controlling him, making him do whatever they want him to do. And Yahweh was able to heal him. So can these people be healed? Can. If Yahweh could do it, he said, you shall do greater. That's what he told us. He said, we're going to do greater. We're going to bring control to those that have no control. Heal those that are sick in the heart, soul, mind, body, everything, right? You have to understand that power is coming, but it's not coming for us to be X-Men and what else we watching? Marvel comic heroes. That's not what the power is coming to do.
Right?
It's to heal the nation. Power was given to the disciples to heal the people, the apostles. Yeah, I would say, what did they do with the power that was given to them? Heal the people. So when we see our people totally out of their mind, Most High gonna bless us with power to heal them. But we just have to keep doing his will. Right? He said, what he told the other disciples, he said, these come through what? Much what?
Fasting and prayer.
Fasting and prayer, man. The stronger your spirit is, the more ready you'll be to battle against these demons and these zombies that's out here. What else you got, Anchor Man? We about to wrap it in. We at the 10 o'clock hour. So maybe we'll hit one more and then we'll wrap it in.
Okay. Well, the last one I wanted to share with y'all is Japan is going extinct. Pretty much the Japanese government now is paying $75,000 primarily to so-called black men to actually come to Japan and impregnate their women because they're dying off. And there is an extinction. Let me just go ahead and just share this video.
Please do, Art.
Yeah, because I
Where is he? This is the Anchor Man with the plan. I told y'all it was going to be that type of show. Let's go.
Let me go ahead and get this.
Disappear if something doesn't change. Will disappear if something doesn't change. This alarm was recently rung by a prominent entrepreneur. Now, a group of experts a decade ago warned of a similar phenomenon. They said in a report that 896 of Japan's municipalities will cease to exist due to population decline, coining the term towns in danger of extinction for municipalities projected to lose half of their population of women in their 20s and 30s by 2040.
Okay.
Japan has one of the fastest declining populations in the world. From the current 124 million, the number is expected to drop below 100 million by 2056. By 2100, the population will likely be half of what it is now.
Well, this is interesting.
Today, we talked to one of the report's authors about how the issue looks today and see how the towns in danger of extinction have been trying to ensure their survival.
You know, Esau dropped that atomic bomb on them over there, Japan, and they never recovered from that. Go ahead.
Masuda Hiroya was the head of the group that coined the label Towns in Danger of Extinction.
He's been tackling the population issue for many years, including when he was a cabinet minister.
He expected pushback from the municipalities named, but we decided to use the strong term, extinction, as people would otherwise perhaps not take the problem seriously enough.
Local governments were shocked by the realization that they could one day cease to exist. This is Yoshika town in Shimane Prefecture. It was among those listed by Masuda and his team. When the report came out, Iwamoto Kazumi was Yoshika's deputy mayor. He's now in the top job.
Honestly, I was shocked by the use of the word extinction. I felt a sense of crisis.
The town set to work on drawing up a plan to tackle the problem. It pulled no punches, highlighting the danger of extinction from the outset. Among the proposals was a commitment to a policy supporting child rearing. Yoshika implemented a program eliminating daycare charges and lunch fees for children in elementary and middle schools.
They try to get people to have children.
The program was paid for from profits earned.
So in China, I think they limit the amount of children they can have.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And in Japan, they trying to force them to have more children. Why don't they just go get some Chinese and bring it over there? I don't understand what's going on with them over there.
They want Jake over there.
And they want Jake to come over there and handle the business?
Yeah, they want Jake.
What was the part where they wanted Jake to come over there, though?
Well, it was an 8-minute video, but there's a part where it's talking about they're paying about $7. It's not really just only Jake, but primarily they were focusing on Jake because they were saying that they're willing to pay $75,000 primarily to men of color, because one thing that the whole world realized, and this is kind of one of the
power of melanin.
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
one of the
they're with
main
us,
factors of racism, because, you know, as a so-called man of color, black man, we can genetically annihilate other races because we can create every other race, but they can't create us as a people. So that is the reason why. And it's not only Japan, you have Italy and certain parts of Europe where they're suffering the same plight. So now what they're doing is that because they know melanin, especially, you know, men with a higher concentrate of melanin, they're genetically stronger than all the other race. That's why they're having a lot of Japanese women and giving incentives, even houses, for them to come to Japan and impregnate their women.
Why you going over there?
Well, I don't know, man.
Gotta set my house in order.
You know, the Hashimoto chicks, I don't know about that. Man.
No, they racist. They racist.
Yeah, ain't nobody trying to go there.
Nah, they racist over there. So.
I know they got a little Jamaican area in Japan though.
Yeah, they do in Shibuya.
Yeah, they got a little dance hall scene going on out there, but ain't nobody.
Yeah, that don't work.
Crazy. They be looking crazy though.
They be having afros and stuff, right?
Yeah, they be looking crazy.
We might have to send Captain Shanshul on out there. That's the man for the job out there.
Send Yakanan out there.
Listen, man. Both sides said don't touch these nations, and I believe them. So I'm not gonna have none of my brothers go out there. You know what? You get extinct, well then stink you later. All right. So we have no problem with that because they Moab and Ammon got no inheritance with the children of Israel. So whatever the Most High decided to do with them, he decided to do with them.
In my country, they say black man like you is very fertile.
Very fertile.
And technically, Chief, they're a product of incest. You know what I'm saying?
That's all they are.
So genetically, your body is not on peak, maximum performance. So you can't expect to be here, for a long time because you kind of off.
Anchorman, you have set the bar real high with us tonight. You've given us a lot of information, a lot to think about, a lot to dwell on. Family, continue to support this truth. If you want to support the Light of Zion, you can support us by going to your Cash App, putting in $TheEeLOZ. That's TheEeLOZ. Right. And that will support all the work that the Light of Zion is trying to do on the earth. You might see the advertisement, join the team, join the camp, join the troopers. A lot of Zionists going out and we're looking for a few good men that's willing to stand up for what's true and what's real and what's right. As this kingdom crumbles, we have to build up stronger and stronger in our organizations. We thank you, Anchorman, for all this information. You definitely set the bar real high tonight, right? We got filled with all these thrills of what's going on in this kingdom. I'm your Chief Minister Sharma. I got Cap. I got Krush.
Shalom.
I got a co. We out. It's the BTO show. Until we see each other again. Shalom.
Shalom.
Twist Productions.
Realtors. Yeah. Hey, don't think we're weak when you're still in the streets. Don't think we're weak when you're still in the streets. Don't think we're weak when you're still in the streets. Of the scriptures we are teach, the Bible we are preach. Hey, don't think we're weak when you're still in the streets. The scriptures we are teach, the Bible we are preach. You're still in the streets. Don't think we're weak. Don't think we're weak. Not that the Israelites likely, not try come fight with. Mind why you are sick, we let you on the street, man. Us have beauty, me a big you not beat, man. Cause we are no big man, we are the real Christian. We all know peace last for every religion. I go fixing a weak man, I tell you no peace strong, and I give you no the law, and that you no one to kick we down and box the panja. Na. Me say that you no care. We ever day in the streets, and she accept the tweet on every block, every corner. When you see we are teach, it's a lick of the dust after the virgin them feet. Yo, don't think we weak when you see we in the streets. The scriptures we are teach, the Bible we are preach. You see we in the streets. Don't think we weak. Don't think we weak. Don't think we weak when you see we in the streets. The scriptures we are teach, the Bible we are preach. You see we in the streets. Don't think we weak. Don't think we weak.
See us on the corner with Bibles in our hands, frankincense the aroma, but you don't understand. We ain't nothing like your reverence, we're nothing like the churches. Drop us 1611, shoot the virgins down in person. If you feel it, that's my army, cause we war rich. And if you try to harm me, just know my sword heavy. Yeah, the scene gon' get blooded, and we ain't gon' regret it. The dirt's gon' get money, from leaving you beheaded. And beat it anywhere, steady climbing up that ladder. We the Davids, we the Gileads, the mighty man of valor. We desire for our people to get them to the marriage. You'll find us in the ghettos with the dealers in the attic. The Bible we defeat, the rivals we defeat, the idols we gon' burn, and then we throw a feast. The reason for the staff is for knocking out your teeth. Don't play with me. It was 40 days, 40 nights. We was fighting for life. I lied and never sold my soul because I gave it all to Christ. Off the line, and it was on sight. Hit the heathen with the rope, cause the heathen couldn't wait. Cut his head off, and then he put it on the spike. My Hebrew Israelites, we about to rap tonight. My life and why I sent you to the afterlife. You gotta walk my head because you cannot walk my sight. I can turn water to wine. I can never kill the swine. My body is a temple, got it looking like a shrine. Like a shrine, purple dollars, but you running out of time. Solemn cold see God green, banging on Esau. This revenge of the queen. That's your brother. Rocky, listen, what is you telling me? We are the gods. Y'all love us irrelevant. King of the earth. We had the birth. I took it away. I said I was there. I'm struggling. I'm hustling. Money wasn't troubling. I'm a working daddy. Going right now. I'm going on in my life. When I was 10, I'm walking life. No son, your purpose is in there. So I kept on pushing. And I kept on searching. Found the truth, God. I know I was hurting. The demons kept lurking. But I kept on working. Found the searching. Who the truth, God. John 5:39, search the scripture. In Isaiah 45, it paints the perfect picture. Come out of all my people, Jacob run the world. We the kings and the gods of the earth. Wasn't nothing. You heathens burn. Tables turn.
Picture of black holes in the valley is talking about you. The picture of Lazarus lay dead 4 days is talking about you. You're the people about whom the Bible is speaking who will stand up to the stage when the time is right. Black people are rising up and they're going straight into that knee-shaking white man.
I keep on having visions that they put me in the auction, a runaway slave, so they put me in the coffin. Tears in my eyes with a noose around my neck, screaming, Kwam Yashara, right before my last breath. I can't believe my eyes, cause I'm seeing like the store that the prince is in chains while the servants drive Porsche. He didn't want the baby, so she had an abortion. Grown men walking around in women's clothes in the door. The Zion is acting like, remove this stuff for me, cause I can't take this shit no more. 16, 11, got a sharpen on my sword. And the third day, it's gonna be a holy war. Look up at my TV, all the dresses on my enemies. Talk about my back, but they don't keep that same energy. Tell me how I feel, but you got some fake tendencies. Manipulating scriptures, you ain't nothing but a Pharisee. Got me suicidal, cause I can't tell my friends from my rivals. Gotta keep my rifle right into my Bible. Prophet decision, you for myself, every day. So I know I violated on that company. We know I have pictures in the day. We see the solar eclipse and watch it how a shower walk over that water and flint. Cause it's time for revenge. That's what I read in Revelations. And we don't want no money, we need blood reparations. Come on.
I mean that because these white folks see that stuff. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care if you think you a lawyer, if you a man, if you an African American. You whatever you think you are. These people that's who I want to call them. But I don't be a man on the store. Because we have to do
I'm not turning on the street, touchy bubbling flow. Oppression and poverty while you slay my people dope. Got dirty beers, gotta pay for what I did. I fed the babies to gators, remember gator babies. I call it now and later because revenge is sweet. I heard my fathers from the tree, cause they look like me. One letter to my dog, man, I ain't a call. Feel like Paul, you can call him Mr. Underscore. My scripture break your bones, and then it make you strong. We study it for hours, this word ain't for no cowards. We building up some soldiers, it wake you up like Folgers. We prophesying wins, we looking for the win, cause we don't take no L's. We coming up from hell, my scriptures ain't for sale. My soul is never sold, and I will never fall. Woman of deodorant, fluoridated water. Children on the street, selling bodies for a quarter. Friends up with my beard, meet you on my head. I look around, see a lot of spirits dead. I see the demons talking, I hear the spirits chirping. I see the spirits walking, I see my people hurting. You looking at the sons of the true and living God. We Edomites run the world, something nah. Teach my hands to fight, and please prepare my spirit. Thanking for our power until the people here sit alone in my four corner room, staring at candles. Literally, my doors, all his OGs I see. Staying lit like the light of Zion, that's all I be on. For Russian corrupt the Sahara, passing me the peons and make it look so damn good when we slide through. Can't see the shoes up under my garment, it's like we glide through. Really, shame in these shade face cavemen. Every other day we wake up taking different raiment. I'm just saying, boys hotter than corduroy in the Trans-Sahara. More than I come and walk by, I guarantee will tell you not one word will ever fail you. All we do is prophesy. While your pastor eating pork chops and telling lies. Held by your mentality that you probably know. Ask you if you brought it with fringes, you saying probably no. Needy isn't better than sacrifice, so I stay on par. The same reason took one Matata, one call me Basadar. You still don't get it. We them boys, ain't no bullshit. Repent or get your wig split.
Your past is living treacherous, your heart is where your treasure is. Same place and where your sense is. When you pray to gods and idols, or the man in the mirror, your own rival. I clutch the 80 for my own survival. My heart is where the Torah is. Are you about your father's biz? Yes.
67
This truth ain't for the weak, niggas better facts. Clutching on an 80, boy, you know I'm fat. Touch one of my ox, then we on your ass. Yeah, and then we on your ass.
Repentant lifestyle, brothers through bricks like Shaq, more faith than me, Shaq. I've been to go, it's tragic. Torah comes out and now they're static. They want no smoke like they asthmatic. With the strip, I'm automatic. Shoot with the left hand like I'm Ginobili. You say you got the fake, nigga, you hardly know me. Nigga, you hardly got the fake, nigga, you hardly know me. I clutch the aliens, nigga, they smoke. They want no smoke like they asthmatic. Bodies galore, I clutch the aliens, nigga, they smoke. They want no smoke like they asthmatic. Bodies galore,
Hey yo, my rhymes like the book of Psalms written with a biggie flow. Life after death, I'm starting to think that I've been here before. All these colors on this koozie sweater just like Joseph Cole. Cursing symbolical shit, I'm a walking miracle. I be prayed up cause my ops not physical, but devil get up on me. What you think I keep this pistol for? Wrestling with the flesh off the rose frame of stereo. Feeling just like Jacob with the angel and the figure 4. Leg lock, headshot, either that or jail block. Made me question life like damn it, how what you hell got? All these fake prophets got it twisted like a dreadlock. Now the nigga Hindu hit his forehead with the red dot. Jordan 3s walking on water, shorty these dead stock. They can fire Iverson stepping over my dead ops. I'm the illest nigga since Jordan flu game. Holy Ghost space killer, can't crack a soda case. Get bodied by a righteous nigga, back to back drinks. Direct deposit my reparations at the blood bank. You getting bodied by a righteous nigga, back to back drinks. Direct deposit my reparations at the blood bank.
I clutch the aliens, nigga, they smoke. They want no smoke like they asthmatic. Bodies galore, I clutch the aliens, nigga, they smoke. They want no smoke like they asthmatic. Bodies galore,
Yo. I pray. Yes, I pray, I pray. Yes, I pray, I pray, I pray. I pray. Hey, yeah. I pray to y'all that one day my people see them chariots. Spreading the word in them streets to my people not hearing us. I pray that we make it through the fire. This word gon' take us higher, yes I know. I pray to y'all that one day my people see them chariots. Spreading the word in them streets to my people not hearing us. I pray that we make it through the fire. This word gon' take us higher, yes I know. Yeah, I've been down bad, now I know who I am, know it's time to be great. I'm on a mission trying to stay persistent, these demons can't get in the way. This is my exodus plan, trying to get next to the man. I know this world gonna keep me away from my vision, but I got these blessings at hand, yeah. It's been cursed, now it's time to break it. Babylon, yes, I'm trapped inside with these wicked demons. I've been losing patience, I had the faith of a mustard seed. Now I gotta plant it right into my garden and watch it grow into a bunch of trees. Growth and prosperity, yes, it's something that I love to see. I cannot quit. Thinking back on the days I was misguided, yes, I reminisce. Now I know my heritage, I gotta cherish it. I'm trying to live. Yes, I got so much to give. We can't be saved until it's the end. I'm staying strong, I cannot switch. I'm hanging on, I got the grip. Spreading the word of them streets to my people not hearing us. I pray that we make it through the fire. This word gon' take us higher, yes I know. I pray to y'all that one day my people see them chariots. Spreading the word of them streets to my people not hearing us. I pray that we make it through the fire. This word gon' take us higher. Oh, yes I know. We've been through the chains and the yoke. 12 tribes only. They were so used to the old me. I cannot hang with the jokes. Yeah, I done changed for the better. Never gonna let up. Nah, they ain't in my lane cause I'm woke. And you should be woke too. Rich nigga talk, get his old news. Yeah, I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know.
Yashara, come on, man. Come on. Let's get it. Grab the back face. I got stabs too.
Here's Spike J.
Let's get it. I got 80 on me. Got 80 on you? 80 books in the can. In the cannon. I got the 80 on me. Got the 80 on you? 80 books in the can. In the cannon. I got 80 on. Got 80? 80 books in the can. In the cannon. 80 books in the can. 1611. 80 books in the can. 1611. I got 80 on. 1611. 80 books in the can. 1611. I got 80 on. 1611. 80 books in the can. 1611. 80 books in the can. In the cannon. 80 books in the can. In the cannon. 80 books in the can. In the cannon. 80 books in the can. I got 80 on 1611. 80 books in the can. 1611. 80 books in the can. In the cannon. 80 books in the can. In the cannon. I got the 80 on 1611. 80 books in the can. 1611. 80 books in the can. In the cannon. 80 books in the cannon. Let's get it. Going and hit the block. Let's hit it. I got 80 on. I got the 1611. I got my soldiers with me. Y'all with me? I got my soldiers with me. My Occupants, we come to bring this word. LOC, we come to bring deliverance. Come on, let's bring it to him. I got the 80 on. I got 80 books in the can. In the can. Go ahead and give it to him. Come on now. We're dropping precepts. So wake our people up. Bring it out. Taking every step. Got your Hollywood. Got your Hollywood. I was shopping with. Before we on them streets. In the streets. Then we out there preaching. Bring it out. Trying to wake up a nation. Wake them up, that's different. I know that's different. Gotta wake up our people, gotta wake them up. Even if they don't care, then I'm out there serving, boy, put my brick in. What you doing? I got 80 in the cannon. I got 80 in the cannon. I got the 80 on 1611. Got 80 in the cannon. 1611. I got 80 on 1611. I got 80 in the cannon. 1611. I got the 80 on. Got the 80 on. I got 80 in the cannon. 80 in the cannon. Got the KJB. 1611. 16.
I be Elijah. Rain down fire, I be Elijah, ascend to the higher. Why do they try us, deny us, turn up the heat and fry us? Is it because they ain't us? Is it because they hate us? Is it because we call upon the name of the Messiah? I be like Yahweh, Father told me never lie. Father told me bear my cross. Now I know it's do or die. Father told me crucify my flesh so I can say a lie. I be Abram, I be Isaac, I be Jacob, I be Moses, I be Aaron, I be Caleb. I be like Christ, I be like Christ. I be like Christ, I be like Christ. I be Abram, I be Isaac, I be Jacob. I be Peter, I be Paul, I be Philip. I be like Christ, I be like Christ. I be like Christ, I be like Christ. I be like Christ, I ain't wasting time. I'm trying to shine bright like that star in the sky. He be my light, my life be my law. He be my temple. I put burdens on instrumentals to bend you, mold you, show you the tree of life before you. I'm picking grapes from the vine, trying to be divine. With all this sin in my life, I know I'm bound to die. I ain't wasting time, I'm trying to shine my light. I be like Christ.
Imagine this, man. Just imagine it, no man. Just imagine, I'm people, just imagine.